Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss one problem called implement queue using stacks. We already know what stacks and queues are, and here we have to implement a queue using stacks. So we are given stacks only, we can't use the queue, but implementation should be of the queue. So and every operation that is fulfilled by the queue, that is all the push operations, pop operations, peak operations, that is the returning the front of the queue, we have to have all of them, right? And whether the queue is empty or not. Okay, now we'll take up one problem and we'll see how this is working, like how we can have a queue using the two stacks. Now we'll take up one stack that will act as our main stack, and that will act as a queue, and the other one will be our temporary stack that we'll use so that all the operations can be done, like either push operation or pop operations. We can utilize the stack for these two operations, right? Now let's say we have these elements 1 4 2 3 with us, and now we have to insert all of them in our queue. Like we have to use the stack, but the implementation should be of queue. Okay. Now one thing, yeah. So we, let's say we take up this element one, and we have to insert in our main stack. But before inserting in the main stack, we check if our stack 2 is empty or not. So like first of all, we have this one here. What we do is we just simply push in our temporary stack as of now, and since we don't have any more elements, what we can do is we can just pop this out from the stack tool, that is the temporary stack, to our main stack, right? So right now, since it is only one element, it's simply popped out here and pushed it here. Okay, should be one. Now when we are pushing the next element 4, that means what we have to do is we have to take all these elements back from this main stack to the temporary stack, so that whatever element we are now pushing should be at the top. So let's say this end position right now is our topmost element, right? That is our always the front. So we are maintaining a front. The initially front was 1 because we had only one element with us, right? Now when we are pushing the next element 4, what we are doing is we are just popping every element from this main stack to our temporary stack and pushing it to the temporary stack, right? So we will push 1 here, and what we do next is we push it in the at the top of it. So we push 4 at the top of it, so that brings us to this part. Now what we do is we just empty the stack 2. What does emptying the stack 2 means? We are just popping out every element from the temporary stack and we are pushing it back to our main stack, right? Now now the 4 from here comes up here 4, and 1 from here is popped out from here to here, right? And in that case our front now is 1 again, right? Because we are not changing, we are changing only when it is empty, right? Now next time when 2 arises, what we do is we again do the same thing, right? We check if the main stack is empty or not. Now this is not empty and we have to push all the elements from this main stack to the temporary stack, right? So we pop out 1 and bring it here, and pop out 4 and bring it here, and on top of it we push the element 2. Okay, now this stack 2 is our temporary stack. We have to make sure that everything is our mains in our main stack, right? Because this stack will eventually act as our queue. So what we do is we just pop out all the elements from here to here back again, right? So 2 comes here, 4 comes here, 1 comes here. Okay, and we just empty this stack. Okay, now similarly we do it for 3, but let's say we have to pop out, right? Let's say we have to pop the element from the queue, that is this queue, whatever we have implemented, we have to remove the element. What we will do, remember we have inserted 1 here at the top, because it if it would have been a normal stack, if it would have been one stack only, what it would be, 1 would be at the below, 4 would be at the top of it, and 2 would be at the top of it, and 2 should be the top of the this main stack. But since we are taking this help of temporary stack, what we are doing is we are making it in the reverse order, so that the top is always the one which was inserted at first, right? So 1 was inserted at the first, remember, and we had this front also here as our one element, one here, right? So what we can do is we can simply this take this value out of it, like whatever is at the topmost element, and we can just pop it out, right? This, so the top of this main stack will help us in just removing this element. That means it can be done in order of 1, right? We can just pop this out, the topmost element. So if you consider the elements 1, 4, 2 being inserted in a queue, actual queue, what it would be? So 1 would be inserted at here at the front, and 4 would be inserted at the back of it, and then 2 would be inserted again. Now whenever we are popping out, that means when we are deleting the element from the queue, what would be? 1 would be deleted, right? So eventually, now, eventually, 1 would be removed from here, right? So here also, like we see that the top of the stack here 1, we can easily remove it out using the pop operation, correct, from the stack. Now, what we can do is, like whenever we have to have a front, like in this scenario, when we want to have a front value always, like we in the question, it is also there that we have to find out the peak element. So we always have it in our front variable, right? So we don't need actually, this rear is not needed actually. This peak operation will we'll take the help of the this front value to get the value always whatever is at the front, right? Now one more thing, since we have also this inserted, so we have, let's say, next element as a 3, right? Now what we can do is we can just do the same thing what we have done. We check if our main stack is empty or not. So we, what we do is we empty all the stack, like we empty all the elements from this main stack and insert it in the temporary stack again. So again, temporary stack becomes 4, 2, and on top of it we insert 3, right? And this is popped out from here, so we pop it out and we insert in the temporary stack. And at the end, what we do, we again insert all those elements in the reverse order to the main stack back again. So it's always removed at the from the top only, right? And it's inserted in the main stack from the top itself, correct? So 3 2 4 will be the order here as well, right? And you see now 4 is the topmost element. So next time we are popping out, we see that 4 is the topmost element, and this is the queue operations as well, right? 4 is the topmost or the frontmost element in the queue also. So now this 3 is like as I said, since it is inserted in the, it is removed as well. So it is simultaneously removed and inserted in the queue. So this what we have done is the push operation, making it costly. So the whatever we have done is making that push operation costly, right? And popping is done in the order of 1, right? In pushing we are using the help of stack, so we are again pushing back and pushing in, so that makes it heavy or the maximum time complexity. But in the pop operation we just pop it out, that is order of 1 complexity. We can do other way around, we can make pop operations costly and push operation as order of 1, right? But let's check out how we can do using the push operation as costly. So implementation wise, what I'll do is I'll just, whatever we have discussed, the logic, the same code flow would be in our uh, queue using stacks as well, right? Okay, I just retrieve it. So now we are taking a two stack S1 and S2. We are using STL here, and we are taking a frontmost element as we said. And since my queue is mm, class implemented here, like we, the question says that it has the my queue class. So what we do is we just initialize the variable of the front to -1, right? And we have to make the operation push operation that takes up one element that needs to be inserted to the back of the queue, right? What we do is we as we discussed, we are taking two stacks and we are emptying from the temporary stack to the main stack here, right? So as you see that S1 is our main stack, and what we do if it is empty, our frontmost element is the X itself, right? Whatever the value is, it is the front value also. Now what we do if the elements from the stack S1 is not empty, what we do is we take the topmost element, we pop it out from the stack S1 and we push that value to the our temporary stack, right? And whatever element needs to be inserted, we insert in the stack 2. Now what we need to do is we have to empty from the temporary stack to the main stack back again, right? So what we do the same operation, we take the value from the main temporary stack top, we pop it out and we push that value to the main stack, right? That brings us to the push operation. Now the pop operation, we do it very easily. We just take the topmost value of our mean stack and we pop it out. Now if also remember we have to this use this front value also, we have to update it also. So if it is not empty, what we do is we update to the topmost element. So so each time, like whenever we are popping out, we have to make sure that our front gets updated each time. So when 4 was inserted, we have to make sure that our 4 is the topmost element right now, and we have to return that value whatever the whatever the element has been popped out. Peak is the getting the element at the front of the queue. That is very easy because we have used this value of the front. We have used this variable front as to store the value of the front. We can straight away return that front value, right? And also empty. Empty means we have to check if our queue is empty or not, right? So we can simply say that our main stack is empty or not because we are using this main stack that is acting as a queue. So we can straight away check if my main stack is empty or not to return if my queue is empty or not. Correct? Now this was it, all the push operation, pop operation, peak operation, empty operation. But I leave it to you guys to make the pop operation as costly. As in, we have shuffled the values from the one temporary stack to the main stack using the push operation. But I want you guys to make it in the pop operation. So every transformation from one stack to another stack, I need you guys to do it in the pop and making it in linear time in the in push operation. That means I want you guys to make the pop operation as costly, right? I hope you understood this problem and do give it a try on your own. And if you haven't understood, go through this video again. Thank you so much. Bye bye.